In my last video, I told you that I hit rock bottom after having 34 cents in my account at the age of 53. Nothing would prepare me for the news that I received a couple weeks later when I was diagnosed with cancer. Not only did rock bottom hit me hard, cancer is hitting me very hard right now. Back in late June, I was due to have a CT scan on my heart. The CT scan was part of a follow up from a heart attack that I had had at the age of 49. CT scan came back good, which was good news. The everything came back 100%. My two stents that were installed were working perfectly. The CT scan had picked up polyps or nodules on my thyroid. These weren't noticed by my heart doctor at first when he was looking over the x rays. My general physician called me in a few days later and said that he had noticed these polyps or nodules on my x ray and wanted to have them checked just to be safe, with my age and everything. A few days later, well, it was about a week or so later, I went and had a biopsy done on the nodules that were large in my thyroid area, right around here. One of them came back as the size of my thumbnail. The second one came back was the size of my pinky nail. After the biopsy was done, and on or around the 14th of July, I got a call from the doctor that morning, and he said that I had thyroid cancer in the smallest of the two. When the doctor told me the news that I had the cancer, two thoughts went into my head. The first one was, of course, an emotional one. I started to tear up, think of the word cancer itself and how it has affected so many lives, including my own family's. And then I also started to think worst case scenario, that it was too late, I wasn't going to survive it, or it was going to be something that was going to define my life entirely. And I was already at rock bottom with this, so it felt like just things were piling on and piling on. And this was the last news that I wanted to hear. The second thing I thought of was bringing me back to my hospital bed, where I was laying in my hospital bed, having diagnosed that I had a heart attack. I did survive that. I was able to get a second chance. This was just going to have to be a new fight, and I'm going to go down swinging. The hardest part for me isn't the physical pain, it isn't the headaches, the lack of sleep. It's more of a mental thing. It's almost like a mental war. I now have several voices in my head, in the sense that I still have the depression in the background saying, Jeff, you just need to give up. You need to give in. Anything you do at this point is mute. And then I have the other voice telling me, Jeff, it's all about survival. You need to do what you can. Stop worrying about starting this new endeavor of yours. You need to concentrate on the cancer and do what you can in order to get that resolved. After I spoke with my doctor for nearly a half hour, I did have a better outlook on it, as the survival rate with thyroid cancer is pretty high, even with all the physical challenges that are ahead of me. I'm not looking for pity. I'm not looking for sympathy. It's not the purpose of these videos. I'm looking at myself on continuing to move forward. I'm not using this as a distraction from my real world health issues. I'm looking at it as a purpose. I'm looking at it as a part of building a new life. I plan on taking you through this business journey, the wins, the fails, my treatment, and everything related to starting a business and growing a business in today's world, whether I have cancer or not. If you're fighting for your own comeback, then I urge you to subscribe. That way we can all work on it together as a community.